I just got out of work for the day, half day. Put in to have a half day today because, my dad had open heart surgery over the summer. So unfortunately, he had to miss out on Flashback Weekend, which is our yearly thing that we love to do. It's our favorite convention. We love going to these conventions. Days of the Dead, usually we only do for a day. Like, we'll just go down there for a couple hours and then just head back. But we figured, you know what? Because he missed Flashback this year, why not do the whole weekend at Days of the Dead? So that's exactly what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We got Bob with us for the weekend. There's something going on across the street at the Donald E. Stevens Center that also sounds fun. So, hey, let's see how this weekend goes. A guy literally just walked past and said, "I love your videos, man. I can't wait to see what you do this weekend." Well, there you go, dude. First time staying overnight in the Crown Plaza since 2019. Miss this hotel a lot. It's always great being back here in the Crown Plaza. It's just weird being here now for Days of the Dead rather than Flashback. But, Flashback moved on to bigger, better things at the Hyatt Regency. And now, how would you like a very scenic, gorgeous view of the parking lot? Second floor. I still can't believe I've been standing in the hotel lobby for a minute. Don't even think I opened my mouth once, and already some guy walked up to me and said, "Hey man, I love your videos." This is me. I am not a big YouTuber. Never cease to amaze, but I am beyond honored that people watch me and recognize me, so if that sets the tone for the weekend.
Ribeye, that's what. Oh, you got ribeye. Oh, it's to die for. Did you get the doggy bag? I ate it all. Right on.
Right when you get off the elevator, boom, 226, I'm right here. Alright, I came right from work today, so little dressed for the occasion of a horror convention, but you know what? Why not be stylish? Why not look out? So far so fun, we still got a little bit of time before roll call starts, so just chilling up here in my room. It's been a lot of fun so far, catching up with the whole gang. Jose, Austin, Joe, John, and of course Bob. Got the whole gang back together. I've been recognized once from my YouTube page already. Our waitress was asking me why I don't do voiceover work, which is the number one most common question I get asked, and my answer is always the same. The day somebody asks me, I'll do it. So, there we are, but yeah, going down to get our tickets soon, and then we will be in for Days of the Dead Chicago 2022.
There wasn't even Amazon at the time. There was whatever book company was selling it.
Where do you keep this at? Like next to your toilet, or?
No, I can't.
On the mantle? On the mantle?
I can't.
You look so adorable.
Thank you.
So you gonna sleep with that in the room tonight? I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Oh yeah, but that's if I don't hook up with someone.
Well, don't worry. I'll be singing you to sleep as you've requested.
You better because I'll be pissed.
We'll see if she answers. Hopefully.
Her name's speaker, not speaker. Hey, Mom. Hi, how are you? This is Travis from Hallmark. How you doing? I hear you're a Hallmark fan. I'm so happy that you watch. I wish I had more movies to report back to that I was going to be in, but right now you'll have to wait. I'll be on a Netflix series called Fubar in May. It's with Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the CIA. We get into a bunch of shenanigans. So you'll have to watch it, but I just wanted to call and say hi. And we'll see you on the big screen. Bye. That was sweet.
That was awesome.
Mandy, can you see me?
Oh, yes, he does.
How's it going? It's making fun of your brother for wearing shorts in the winter. Yeah, I put those clothes in the cold as well. I hear you're a Hallmark fan.
I don't know. I know LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow. I didn't know he did a horror movie. I never heard of this one.
LeVar Burton, he's in. You ever see Midnight Hour?
No.
It's a TV-made horror movie.
No.
It came out in '85. I was in 6th grade, and we all watched it when it came on TV. LeVar Burton's in it. It's made for TV. You can find it cheap on DVD.
I didn't know he had much of an acting career outside of Reading Rainbow.
He was in the Star Trek series.
Wow.
The later ones.
Shows how far behind I am on some of this.
Maxwell Caulfield. He's in Grease too.
I've never heard of this one though.
Somebody gave this to me at the last Days of the Dead convention here in May.
It's like a Metallica mashup.
I guess so.
There's a Metallica shirt that looks like
Is that right?
Yeah. From back.
It's always going to be the best one in my eyes. I grew up with the GameCube, Bob. Double Dash is one of the best.
Mario Kart.
Yeah. Lots of good memories. Pocket arcade.
This is what I grew up in.
Oh, the Atari?
The Atari 2600. Night Driver, I didn't have that game. Combat, that came with the system when we bought it.
There's like some of these names, like Total Carnage, Tournament Gold, Double Dragon. That's it. So I mean, come to Days of the Dead, hoping to find Mario Golf, Toadstool Tour. There you go.
So that's kind of what we started. We said in the beginning.
Cowboys, Cowboys.
We were after critical reviews.
You ever into that one?
Right, he was popular. I've seen him wrestle in 1985 at the UIC Pavilion.
Lots of old Nickelodeon stuff. Snake shows, Rugrats. Really grew up with the Power Rangers. What'd you do, Bob? Starting fires again? I mean, when the first thing that happens when you walk into the hotel is some guy saying, "Hey man, I love your videos," you know it's going to be an interesting weekend, and it already has been, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. So taking a quick breather in my room here before my dad, Bob, and I go down to get some dinner. Just to show you the souvenirs I picked up, the autographs I got. I'm pretty sure I got all the autographs I'm going to get today. So just to show you some merchandise here. I wasn't crazy on Stranger Things Season 4. You know, I'm in the minority on that, I know. But I've got some friends that are going to be... I wasn't even planning on meeting this guy, but I've got some friends that are going to be really jealous because of this, so I figured, you know what, might as well have some fun. I met that Aiden guy, that's the guitar double for Joseph Quinn, Eddie Munson from Stranger Things Season 4, and yeah, got to pose with him and the original guitar from the show, which is cool. Nice guy. And, of course, me being a fan of It's Always Sunny, I had to stop by Kyle Davis, right there, a.k.a. Lil Kev, who doesn't remember that episode, which has the title that I don't think I can safely repeat here. Just look up Lil Kev from It's Always Sunny, really nice guy, and let me do that one at the end. And then Steven Dorff, really cool. Got him to sign my DVD at Judgment Night. Always loved Judgment Night. Steven Dorff. Everybody I've met has been really cool, really down to earth, so no complaints on anyone. And this one is funny. Chris Kattan, I got him to sign my Corky Romano DVD by writing, "I should buy a boat," which was always the line in this movie that made me laugh more than...
I don't wear jeans. Yes! Question. I should buy a boat! Don't you think? No? Question.
But yeah, so he wrote "I should buy a boat," signed it. Really nice guy. Chris Kattan, he's got his whole family with him, which is kind of cute, seeing him with his kids and stuff, so that was nice. The standout, which you already saw, Travis Van Winkle, who was a man I was not familiar with. So I looked him up. He was a last-minute replacement, pretty much, that was announced for this. So when I Googled him, all that came, like the first 3 results, sure, he did horror movies like the Friday the 13th remake, and 247 Degrees Fahrenheit was another one. So, but he starred in 3 Hallmark Christmas movies. And my mom is a Hallmark Christmas movie freak. Literally, when it's the holiday season or Christmas in July, the Hallmark Channel plays 24/7 on loop, on repeat. So I showed her a picture of the guy. I said, "Hey mom, do you recognize this guy?" She's like, "Oh my god, he's literally my favorite. He's in 3 of my favorite movies, Christmas Getaway." And so I had to get, and he didn't have any pictures here from the Hallmark movie, so I just got this one because I didn't want to go too above and beyond with all the shirtless pictures of him, nor did I want the one of like him getting impaled, so I got this. But the crazy thing about that was, he signed it for my mom, as you see. The craziest thing about that was, as soon as I say, "Yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't get my mom your signature, she's a Hallmark freak," he goes, "All right, take out your phone, let's call her up." And as you saw, that's exactly what happened. And then he did the same thing with Bob and Bob's sister. So, yeah, Travis Van Winkle, I think, just won the weekend right off the bat. So that is awesome. And some souvenirs I got. I got 2 license plates. Yippee-ki-yay. I mean, come on. You got to get stuff that's Die Hard related. And New York, Ass Man. I mean, come on, Seinfeld, you know it. And I picked up some movies. You know, I figured I got all my autographs out of the way for this show. We got something planned for tomorrow, but we'll get there. And so I got a Blu-ray of The Frighteners, which I've always wanted to see. I just never have yet, so good that I finally found The Frighteners. I've heard some really cool things about this one. It's supposed to be a really cool, moody cop thriller, Deliver Us from Evil. Looking forward to checking that one out. Double feature of Student Bodies and Jekyll and Hyde Together Again. I've never heard of Jekyll and Hyde Together Again. I don't know what that is, but I've been wanting to see Student Bodies for a while. That was the main reason I got this double feature. So, yeah, and each one gets its own Blu-ray disc, which is nice. So I mainly got that for Student Bodies, but I got a bonus movie with it. So there we go. My voice keeps cracking because I need to drink something. And lastly, for the Gary Busey collection, I got Silver Bullet. There you go. I never owned this one yet, so there we go. time to go back downstairs and get some dinner now. And another thing too, right before I came back up here, I was walking out of the room and I got recognized by a second person. They were like, "Oh, hey man, we've seen you at all these Chicago conventions. You're a really cool guy." This guy and his girlfriend, his wife, I don't know what the connection was, but she's talking to me. She's like, "Hi, I'm a horror host," and did like the really, you know, like, I'm a horror host, like in character like that. And we're just kind of bullshitting, talking, shooting the shit really quickly there in the hallway. And I'm like, "Hey, you're leaving your mark here. That's what's important." And then she turns to me and she goes, "Oh, I left my mark in the bathroom a few minutes ago. You could believe that." So I now have that information in my head. It's been a weird day so far, guys. I just love the convenience that I have the room right on the end. Down here in the hallway that perfectly overlooks. That's where the gym and where the pool is to go down in there. And the stairs right here at my convenience. I don't need to take the elevators when I'm on the second floor because I just need to walk down right here and boom, there we go. Well, that was 2012, so yeah, it would have been 14. 10 years.
Like, next year was like, it was still, "Hi, I'm Ken." And then next year was like, "Hi, I'm Ken." What the? And then the best was that first year when we were partying on the zombie bus over here. Remember that?
Yep.
Good times. You recording?
Yeah, 10-year anniversary. 10-year
10
anniversary.
years. I was on the zombie bus over here, and I think you were on it too, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden I turned over my shoulder and I'm like, "Ken?" Ken's got a beer in his hand. I'm like, Ken's not so little anymore.
14 anymore.
And then he he gets his ass kicked by a bunch of band geeks.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he outmaneuvers Michael Myers and is stronger than him in a sewer. And steals his mask. It just none of it.
And he gets the whole body count of the movie.
It was a terrible movie.
And then they don't even stick with that plot in the last 15 minutes. Then they just throw it all away.
I don't think there's any chance in hell that John Carpenter actually saw a screener of that film and watched that film and signed off on it. I'm sure he just submitted his music with his son, and he's like, "Oh, it'll be great." Like,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm sorry. That movie was terrible.
With the double. So I'm here. I've got these two lovely gentlemen behind me. And what did you find? What is your name?
My name is Peter.
Peter, nice to meet you, Peter. So what did you find a couple of years ago?
Well, I found your flashback video that, I remember you saw Hobbs and Shaw with your buddy or something, and I just remember that, and I remember seeing you at other cons, and the 007 shirt. Yeah, and you were in the 007 shirt at Flashback, so hey, that's the guy.
Yeah. And then what video did you see?
The Eagle River Cranberry Fest.
Northwoods of Wisconsin.
Yes.
So so we've got one of which is not even a convention video, ladies and gentlemen. That I think we're finally starting to break some ground.
And you went into Grandma's Toy Box, and I've been going to Eagle River for 30 years, never been inside it, and so because of you, I got to see the inside of the store.
He went to Grandma's Toy Box because of me, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I bought like this Monopoly, DIY Monopoly.
Yes, that was awesome.
And we did like a fake commercial with my stuff.
Well, it made me want to stay in one of those resorts. We have a place up there, and I'm like, I want to stay in one of those places.
Yeah, so that's Fibbers in Saint Germain was the place.
Saint Germain. I couldn't match it up with any of them.
We weren't sure.
It's on Minocqua. Is that the one where we went to the weed farm too? Was that because there's two Wisconsin videos?
No, I only saw the one.
The first one, the one that's called Return 2.
Yeah, like, we didn't watch that.
That one's even better. Yeah. Like it's shorter by a little bit and it's more action packed. There's a part where we go to a weed farm. It's only because we knew the guy who worked there, and he's like, "Oh, here, come check this out."
Where's the weed farm?
I forget. It was all in that area. So.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to watch it because I go up there twice a year, so.
There we go. Well, they do it. They've been going back every year in October. I've just been doing other vacations.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, fans.
Big color.
Look at this. So we're starting blue, go to like slightly turquoise, all the way down to green.
And nothing.
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 Don't need to go.
You get nothing.
Get nothing.
What is the deal with this type of a handshake? Like, what am I supposed to do? A lady does this. Are you supposed to, like, grab 2 fingers? Are you supposed to grab the whole hand? Jerry, what do I do? How does this work?
You just go like.
I just grab the whole thing and I take her down like that? So when the lady comes back up to me and she goes, oh, nice to meet you so much, I just grab her, I start shaking? Man. Words of advice from this wise man. Good morning. It is Saturday, November 19th. And you know, Days of the Dead this year is pretty light when it comes to events and panels and Q&As. I'm not a big panel guy as it is, but even this year there's really not, like, Stephen Dorff doesn't have one, Chris Kattan doesn't have one, so it's kind of light. So we figured, you know, there's not really a whole lot to do today that we didn't just do yesterday, wandering around the convention room. So, to shake it up a little bit, right across the street over there is a muscle car and Corvette convention that my dad, Bob, and I are going to check out. So, here we go. Thank you.
Is this like one of these auction things where they like? No. It looks that way, like when you watch them on TV.
No one's told us yet.
Well, our cousin says if we go to Poland, like with proof, like he said we could stay in like the palace or something. So. We've never been, but that would be.
I just shipped the car last week, and the driver came and he's talking with an accent. And I go, "Where are you from?" He goes, "Where do you think?" I go, "Somewhere in Europe." And he goes, "Polish." He goes, "I'm Polish." And so we started talking. I don't speak Polish, and we were talking about the whole Petoskey thing.
Yeah.
These are my cousins.
All right, well, Mr. Pataki, nice to meet you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Need a lanyard?
Sure. There you go. Thanks, cuz.
We'll find out. Martin or Henry, right?
Yeah, my dad was Martin and my grandfather was Henry.
I will.
Or Hank.
Hank, I'll find out about it.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. My parents are gone, and everyone to talk to is gone.
You know, it's so sad. We're all guilty of it. And I tell my daughter all the time, you gotta know your family, your history, because like when my mom died, the recipes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They all went to the grave.
Yeah.
You know, all these little things you take for granted every day. It's like,
yeah, I didn't take advantage of that when they were alive.
Everyone doesn't think about it until it's too late. All of us are guilty.
Right.
Hi, I'm Phil Pataki. Welcome to Car Capsule. Today we want to show you the differences between our showcases. Our showcases have taken off and solved a lot of storage problems.
You hear the thunder, the call of the road. No time to wonder, you gotta go. You feel excitement, yeah. Ride Pontiac. Get on your Pontiac and ride. Pontiac ride. Ride Pontiac ride. Ride Pontiac ride. Get on your Pontiac. We build excitement.
Penis to blow around, but they're not.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like snow, but it's just clustered. Did you ever do those things, Bob, where you stand in there and all the money's blowing around and you got to get to it?
I got $7.
$7, there you
I
go.
bought a new car and I got to go in one of those.
Love it.
Some nice cars in there.
Here we go yet again with another medical emergency. Stay classy, Rosemont.
I smell steak.
Hey, there's your stopping grounds right there.
Let's go.
The wind always finds a way to get in.
Well, especially to your legs there. And the shorts. That was an awesome time over at the Muscle Car Corvette Nationals here in Rosemont. Back at the Crown Plaza now, getting ready to head back downstairs and just wander around Days of the Dead. I really have not a single thing on my agenda. So I'm just going to be hanging out and winging it, seeing what happens. But that was an awesome time. I bought that awesome 80s Pontiac, you know, we will excitement from the ride, Pontiac ride, you know, scheme. That is awesome. I can't wait to hang that up. I got this awesome Plymouth Superbug shirt. Yeah, great time. My dad and Bob, awesome time. We met Phil Pataki.
Hi, I'm Phil Pataki. Welcome to Car Capsule.
Who is from, he went to Tinley Park High School, just like myself and my dad. He was class of 81, and his family is from the same neighborhood that my dad's parents' families are from. So we never thought we were related to anybody else, but this guy Phil Pataki, like, everything lines up perfectly, which is really weird. He founded this company called Car Capsule.
The CF1 model actually uses a thicker PVC. And the reason it's thicker is because we emboss it. You can't feel this on the camera, but there's a texture to it.
So, what a day. And it's only 1:00 p.m.
I met you at the Ted Nugent concert 10 years ago, Chicago Reds.
That is wild.
And I let it go on you, so. Because normally you can't get it loose like you. You spoke to me as like last night.
Just grab his nuts, Angela.
Well, she just jerked my nuts off.
I did. Wow.
No, watch this. Let me see.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
it's going.
So it just got stuck to me too.
My camera was just stuck to his head, ladies and gentlemen.
Drunk yet? I'm kind of cranky because of that. But as the night goes on, I start to melt, get more fucked up. We're gonna have more fun. Get with the sea.
You melt for real. Pickle.
I do. I literally melt as this goes on.
So there's just gonna be a puddle of white, red, and blue just puddled all.
Yeah, and beer stains.
So you go from pickles to puddles.
Yeah.
As you get so inebriated that you just urinate yourself in that suit. So in the afternoon he's pickles, and then after dark you become Puddles.
Puddles, exactly.
Puddles the Clown.
Puddles the Clown.
Hope regular right here at Days of the Dead Chicago.
Oh, thank you.
I lose right away.
That's my way. It always goes directly down the middle. I always lose it. let's see what the score is. 12 million.
What you got 12 million?
12 million.
All right, that's it.
Bob won't stand for Here. Got another single, Bob? I got you.
I got it.
Bob will not stand for me being the undefeated pinball champion. So he's going in for another round.
Yeah, we're a little far from getting going. And I have Lisa that's you'll be in charge.
I gotta tell you guys, I had kind of low tempered expectations of what this was gonna be because, you know, there's really not much of a schedule with Days of the Dead. There's not a lot of panels. There's not a lot of events going on. It's mainly just the convention room, and they're doing like this big film festival thing in the basement of the hotel, which I get the feeling they thought was going to be a lot more successful than it was, because from what I hear, that's unfortunately been kind of a dud. Sorry to all of those who had films in it, but yeah, guess it hasn't been doing so hot. But today, what I mean, it's only 8 o'clock right now, so I mean, what a day it's been. But so we went over to the car show in the morning, right across the street, the Muscle Car Corvette Nationals. Still got some of the stamp on my hand. Where the big event was Phil Pataki.
Hi, I'm Phil Pataki. Welcome to Car Capsule.
Of Car Capsule. And he gave us his lanyard, and he gave us his business card, which may be the greatest business card I have ever seen anybody have. Turns out he's from the same neighborhood as my grandpa Richie. He's from the same neighborhood, Rosalind, and coincidentally, he also went to Tinley Park High School. My dad was Tinley Park High School, 79. He was 81. I was 2015. So just the connection, we're like, there's no way we're not related to this guy. There's a missing link somewhere in here. So, yeah, we may have potentially just found a new relative we never knew we had. The founder of Car Capsule, these big inflatable things. And getting back, it's just been a blast hanging out with friends like Chris, Stacy, Josh, Pickles, the clown, John, Joe, Bob, obviously, Austin, and just other people that I've been meeting, like my 2 new fans, if you're watching, Peter and Sasha. There you go, I remembered it. Peter and Sasha, my 2 fans. Hope you're watching this. And even just some of the guests, like Jessa, the $1 Million Bride. And I've been some souvenirs that I've picked up. Like when I was at the car thing, I got this Champion spark plug sticker. Nothing says retro vintage like that. It's pretty awesome. Got this badass Plymouth Superbird shirt. If I remember, I'll put a picture of that right here so you can see what the front and back of the shirt is. It looks awesome. And my boss, who collects license plates from all 50 states, I texted him. This was sitting on a table. I go, "Hey, Kevin, do you have Kansas?" He said, "Nope." I said, "Well, you do now." So I got my boss that license plate for Kansas. And then at the convention, just some small stuff I picked up. I got some trading cards. So I'll be curious to open these up, see what kind of cards we got. I got one for The Simpsons from 1990, so pretty early on in the Simpsons run. And then I got 2 James Bond card sets. One is James Bond 007 In Motion. I'm not sure what that is. I don't know if that's like a video game or In Motion. I'm not sure what that is. Unbox it, and then I specifically found 8 cards of Tomorrow Never Dies, which I personally think is a highly underrated James Bond film. It's my favorite Pierce Brosnan one, so got some cool trading cards. If I remember, we'll open these up on camera, see what we got. Had to support Severin Films, whom I have a great relationship with. Shout out to you, Severin. Stopped by my good buddy Jake, picked up, by his recommendation, Skinned Deep, which I have never heard of before. He just gave it to me. We were talking about Warwick Davis, and he is apparently in this. There he is right there. So Jake really wanted me to check out Skin Deep. Never heard of it before, so there that is, Severin. And I got this prestigious mint condition action figure of the toe knife from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's only fitting because I met Lil Kevin earlier in the weekend, so there you go. So I know down at 10 p.m. they're doing that tribute to Metallica concert. Maybe I'll go check that. I really don't have too much interest in it, but we'll see what it's like. I know Bob's really excited. My friends Jerry and Andy are really excited. But yeah, it's just been a whirlwind, wild weekend between the incident with Travis and my mom, which my mom is a member of a Hallmark Christmas Facebook group, and she has notified me that she has received literal thousands of likes and comments on her post that my son got Travis Van Winkle to call me, and apparently she's getting hundreds of women, literally thousands of likes, thousands of comments. She sent me a screenshot of all these women. Oh my God, you have the best son. It's such an early, awesome Christmas gift. And I'm just like, we're doing a lot this weekend, guys. So it's been awesome. And it's not quite over yet, so stay tuned to see what's next, I guess. And how can I forget?
You hear the thunder, call of the road. No time to wonder, you gotta go. You feel excitement, riding Pontiac.
Jose here says he will not sleep unless I record my voice. He said he wants nobody else's voice to fall asleep to. So I'm going to be leaving him a message. Here we go.
I didn't see that.
Isn't that just fucking
Deep blue waters run, paradises casting shadows. Another good night with a lot of great friends, and the weekend is already over. Well, kind of. We still got a little bit tomorrow on Sunday, but yeah, but at least we got the Thanksgiving holiday coming up this week, so everything will be calming down a little bit, so that probably wraps up most of this week's activity, or this weekend's activities, but we'll check in with you guys tomorrow, and now it's 1 a.m., so I'm gonna get some shut-eye.
While sitting there watching TV.
I was gonna call you. Rocky was out.
Was it? I couldn't find nothing. I was watching Friends.
It was 2 channels over for Friends.
I always watch Rocky.
So what happened? You were watching?
There was a tap on the door, like just a light tap, and I just looked and tapped again. I was just about to get up to see, and she opened the door. I said, I haven't checked out yet. She goes, oh, I'm sorry.
Batman for you, Rocky? So, what were these, Bob? Were they just...
They were a popular toy around mid-'80s, I want to say. Look up the commercial on YouTube.
Mad balls, gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball, they're gross, funny, yucky, sick. There's 8, so you can take your pick. We throw, catch, it's fun. There's so much gross in every one. Freaky fun is what they're for. There's so much ugly, so much more. Gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. Mad ball.
Freaky fun for everyone, sold separately from Amtoy.
Mad ball.
If you can stand it this hot,
You feel the heat.
we've got a bowl of red with your name on it. Grand Am. Pontiac Grand Am. One red hot ride. See your dealer about early buyer and other incentives on new 1990 Grand Ams.
Virgin Among the Dead. Yeah, they got lots of your old 60s, like Batman stuff here. There's a Robin right there. There's a Batman right there. Catwoman. Glenn Quagmire. There's a Peter. There's a Stewie down there. Yeah, Jose bought the one that had Robin Williams.
Get all the clowns out.
All the killer clowns on his face.
The bottom line is, no matter which model you choose, you can rest assured you have the most awarded, most convenient way to protect and preserve your product. Get a Showcase today.